But when you've been at a club where we haven't won a trophy for 15 years, if we do end up in it, it could be an opportunity to try and put that to bed. Don, let me start with you first. There's a lot of talk about we and him looking to the future here. It does suggest that he is looking to stay around just from that interview, what we've taken there.
I totally agree. And I think more so, in the last paragraph when he was saying about what competition Spurs finish in and if we can win it, it's building blocks for the future. It sounds like when you read that, it potentially sounds like he might be wanting to stay for one more year and run his contract down and maybe go on a free next year. It's a massive call for him because it's all about timing in football. We know that the Man City move was very close a couple of years back, but that's now gone. So that move's probably gone. Real Madrid, Barca, all the big moves, Liverpool are all dead for him now. So there's only Man United or Spurs. I think he's probably options or Bayern. But I think he wants to break Alan Shearer's records. He wants to stay in the Premier League. So it sounds like by that interview, I think Spurs fans will read into that they can be quite optimistic that he might stay for one more year.
What do you think, Jules? One more year for Harry Kane at Spurs?
Yeah, I think so. I really do. I've said it all along. I can understand why United might try or might be interested and see if a move is possible. I think it's going to be very hard to deal with Daniel Levy, even with Harry having only 1 year left on his contract. And he might also want to be part of this just next step and kind of be part of that rebuilding job that we're talking about. And also, I think it depends a lot on who comes in as a manager, because that guy might inspire Kane to sign a new deal, to stay a bit longer, a bit like what the relationship that he had with Pochettino, which was such a strong relationship. So I think a lot of things can still happen. But yeah, I agree with Don. I think he will stay another season. And I would not even rule out him at some point extending his deal if, again, he believes that the right manager is in place. He believes that the club is back on the right path, in the right direction to go and try to win things. And if that's the European Conference League, so be it. But you have to start somewhere anyway. I mean, I think right now they would take anything really as trophy.
He keeps sucking him in, though, Daniel Levy, doesn't he? He keeps sucking Harry Kane in. Now, over the years, whenever you think Harry Kane's going to leave, they get Jose Mourinho in. He'll talk to him. He'll convince him he can win a trophy. Then when Jose goes, Harry Kane's going to go. Oh, Antonio Conte, serial winner. Why don't you stay for another year? He keeps dangling that carrot, Levy. He's very, very smart.
What if it is a Nuno again, though, Don?
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. It's do you leave? I mean, Man United, from what I've been told, haven't got bundles of money. I think their transfer budget is in and around £100 million, so they need about 2 or 3 players. They obviously need a number 9, so you'd buy Harry Kane because he guarantees you 30 goals a season. But can they afford him? And will Daniel Levy sell to Man United? So it depends. If Harry Kane must have been walking off the pitch, Kay, against Bournemouth, thinking, I think this is it. It's done. And then a week later, they go to St James's Park in front of that crowd. That hostile atmosphere of amazing Geordies singing and the noise and the colour and the atmosphere, thinking, you know what, I want a little bit of this. I can see where Newcastle are going. So he must be so devastated, really, that he can't win a trophy with Spurs. He's given them so many loyal years that he might just be thinking, do you know what, I'll give them one more. I'll give them one more try.
Stevie?
How many times is Daniel Levy going to reel this guy in? It's like catching a fish. It's like catching a fish and coming back the next week, and then you catch the same one, throw it back, and then the following week you come back and you catch it again.
And every time you're a little bit more downtrodden by it.
Exactly. I mean, Harry Kane, by the way, fantastic. Says all the right things, makes people think he's going to stay.
Is that all he's doing here?
Well, what's he going to say? He's not going to turn around and say, oh, no, I've had enough of this nonsense, I'm off.
But why go so in depth of the situations that need changing?
Because he's a smart guy. He's a smart guy. As soon as somebody's putting a microphone in front of him, he's got to think about what he's saying. And he can't be saying, I'm off. Or he can't be saying anything remotely that he's going to leave because we'll jump on it and everybody else will jump on it. So it's a smart move. He said all the right things, including if we're in the Conference League. I mean, all this nonsense. Why is he talking about the training ground? Seriously, things like that. So he's covered all his bases. And if he takes the bait again from Levy, then I'll tell you what, I'm sorry, I don't know what he's thinking about. because Don absolutely was spot on. When you go to Newcastle or City or Liverpool or anywhere else and you feel it, you just feel it, and you think, why am I going to stay somewhere where there's none of that? Makes no sense to me at all.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.